Hello, welcome back to another fantasy football video. I hope everyone is doing fantastically well. Here with another video ahead of the FPL 21-22 season. Today we're going to be taking a look at differential attackers, ones that you may not normally go for. If you are new on here, don't forget to hit that subscribe button. Going to be uploading every single day at 9 o'clock for the preseason. Hit the like button if you do enjoy the video, and let's get straight on into this one. So the first player we are looking at today is Richarlison from Everton. I think a lot of people are going to be going with Dominic Calvert-Lewin for the start of this season, but why not take a consideration for Richarlison, coming in at 4.8% ownership and 0.5 million cheaper than DCL, coming in at 7.5 million. He scored 7 goals last season with 3 assists. He had expected goals of 0.33 and expected assists of 0.11, so almost expected a goal or an assist every other game. With 18 bonus points, Richarlison is on penalties when Sigurdsson does not play. Obviously, new manager Rafa Benitez, it looks as though, from what I've been seeing from people kind of discussing the strategy and the kind of formations that Rafa Benitez could play with Everton, Richarlison could really benefit from kind of coming in off that left-hand side, or even playing through the middle and making those runs in behind. Everton obviously have a very favourable fixture list at the start of this season, playing at Southampton, then Leeds, then Brighton, then Burnley, and that kind of continues until game week 10 with only 1 or 2 bad fixtures. Now, maybe you are kind of hell-bent on going with Dominic Calvert-Lewin, as I am. However, getting Richarlison in as a second Everton attacker may not be the worst idea, and also does allow you to kind of have a little bit of freedom in terms of then moving to another attacker, as Richarlison has those first very good kind of 4 fixtures. Could bring in Richarlison and then use him as a differential to then swap out after game week 4, but I do think Richarlison actually doesn't look like too bad of an option come the start of this season. Then we've got Callum Wilson playing for Newcastle, coming in at 4.8% ownership and 7.5 million, scoring 12 goals and 6 assists last season. He had a very good last season, and he was injured for a fair amount of it as well, with expected goals of 0.59 and expected assist of 0.13, so much better than Richarlison here, picking up 22 bonus points. Doesn't have the best fixtures to start with. However, what I've learned with Callum Wilson over this past season is that no matter really the fixture list, he is a goal scorer. Like, it's as simple as that. It may be really simple thing to say, but he's on penalties for them. He is their main attacking player. If they're going to score goals, it's going to be through him. And he's actually just such a classy finisher. I remember a game against Everton last season where he just took it around the goalkeeper, slotted it into the back of the net. Callum Wilson came away with a brace from that game, and everyone sat there thinking, why the hell have I not got this guy in on my team? I think at some point this season, Wilson will definitely be in my team, and I'm definitely tempted to put him in there at the start as well. Obviously, 4.8% ownership if you do go for him, and he does do well very early on. He'll probably send you flying up those leaderboards. So the next player we are looking at is Chris Wood for Burnley. 3% ownership now, so we're getting very close to that kind of a gem status. And I think with the attackers this year, we have a kind of, a lot of attackers around the same price bracket between 7 and 7.5 million. Wood coming in at 7 million surprisingly does have some very good stats from last season, scoring 12 goals with expected goals of 0.42 and an assist of 3 and expected assist of 0.07. He doesn't have 3% bonus points. That's obviously a mistake there on my behalf. I think he had around 20 bonus points, scoring about 136 points last season. Burnley have a mixed bag of fixtures in the first 10, starting okay against Brighton, but then obviously having tougher fixtures against Liverpool, Leeds and Everton. Chris Wood, when he is on the park, he is a clinical finisher on penalties for Burnley, and I think throughout the season will be a consideration for me as a differential. I think at the start of the season, I probably personally am going to be steering kind of clear of Chris Wood, but definitely want to be considering throughout the rest of the season. Next player we are looking at is Mapai, coming in at 2% ownership. He's almost a gem, and I think the main reason I've included him in here is because he's 6.5 million, the same as Ivan Toney. But take a look at those fixtures playing against Burnley, Watford, Everton, and Brentford in their first 4. He had expected goals of 0.49, expected assists of 0.15. So when he was on the pitch, he actually was looking very, very likely to score. However, under Graham Potter, he's been a little bit up and down. He's maybe had a few qualms with the manager, and we don't actually know 100% whether he is going to play. But if you're fancying a punt coming in at only 6.5 million, Mapai could be your guy with that ownership, with that price, and with those fixtures. He could really pay off for you. And the final player we are looking at today is Josh King for now Watford, not Everton. That's just the image that FPL have of him coming in at 0.6% ownership. He could be a little bit of a gem, scoring 6 goals with 4 assists and expected goals of 0.29 and expected assists of 0.18 and a bonus points of 11 in the last playing season that he did have for Bournemouth. He actually, he looked all right for them. And I think if he does come in and become their kind of main man up front for 5.5 million and 0.6% ownership, with those fixtures at the start of the season, we could have a real gem on our hands with Josh King. I mean, yeah, just keep your eye out on this guy. If he starts, then absolutely a gem. There's a couple of Watford attackers actually that they're seemingly pricing quite cheaply. So I think Watford are going to be a team this year which we definitely have to look out for their attackers. There's another guy, his name kind of escapes me right now, but coming in at 5.5 million, who they've recently bought. Obviously, Josh King coming in as well. I think Watford are definitely going to be a team to look out for in terms of those kind of budget attackers. So if you have enjoyed this quick little look at differential attackers, please don't forget to hit that like button, hit the subscribe button. If you have enjoyed this video, let me know down in the comments the attackers that you are taking a look at, maybe the ones that are a little bit outside the box. So, there is a lot of debate of whether to maybe go for Kane or whether to go for the likes of Watkins or Antonio or, Iheanacho or those kind of highly owned players. But what about the players that are not so highly owned? What about the potential gems like Josh King? Let me know down in the comments, and I will catch you in the next one. See ya.